Well, first ride out since early January. I just rung my mum. I was mentioning about mum's painkillers not working, and I just told her about that chap in America, two-wheel obsessions, had a car crash. Brian Glynn is called. Yeah, not on his bike, in a car. And he's in a bad way. He'd just come out of hospital, but he said the morphine painkillers weren't working, so he's now on hydromorphine, Dilodode, and he said it's very effective. So I just told my mum, and he made a note of the name. I said, ask the doctors when you go in on Monday. He's going for another scan. But it's strange, isn't it? Advancements in medicine and painkillers ineffective for hip pain. It's a hip joint, isn't it? So, yeah, I thought I'd just see everything's alright with my bike in case I'm going back to work shortly, because did I mention my mate Clive has been in touch, my workmate. He's been back at work all this past week. I haven't had any phone calls. I said no, I don't know what's going on. So I sent me Charjan, call him SO's senior operative, sent me Charjan note on Facebook Messenger, and he said no one's been in touch with him either. But isn't a lockdown meant to end in March? So I thought I'll go for a little tootle. I'm going to go to B&Q, but I think I'll check out B&M Bargains first. They have a lot of do-it-yourself stuff. And see what's available. As for essential journeys, I'm not sure. My mum says, oh, get your bike out, you have to make sure everything's alright because it's been laid up for a month and a half. I said, oh yeah. I told her what Ainsworth Rider says. I said, do you want a big bunch of flowers? She said, wait for Mother's Day. I said, yeah, it's on my birthday this year, March 14th, same day as Mother's Day. I said, I won't be able to get you a card. I said, oh, don't worry, 57 isn't anything to celebrate. Look at that, new branches. The acceleration feels a bit funny, something sticking, I wonder, in the injectors. When you use the throttle off, it's not slowing down immediately. Look at this lot, it's like everyone is out. We're going to park up and do a walk around, see if anything's smoking. Excuse the throat clearing, I still have my winter lurgy. Look at that, arseholes. That's a bloody fly tipping hotspot. Funny how police never catch them. You should set a camera up. Not a speed camera, fly tipping camera. There's been mountains there in the past. You know, it's a bit cloudy over Blackpool way, still it's cloudy. Yeah. Well, apart from a bit of stickiness in the throttle action, or the injector's action, I think it's eased off now, maybe it's me just not used to it. You do get a bit rusty, don't you? could do with filling a tank as well. Get some fresh fuel in, mix it up with 7-week-old fuel. That wouldn't affect the acceleration, would it, having old fuel? It's not that old, is it? It's 6-7 weeks. Finding where to go. Brakes as well, that's what I wanted to check. There's something behind them, what to do in emergency stop when there's people behind. Make sure they're not sticking on, but it has had a good wash or two. So I took any traces of salt. Not leaving any blue smoke behind them. Engine paint flaking off. I was thinking of running over it with my hot gun, you know, not blistering hot, just to warm it up. But no point doing it in patches. On the reviews on the eBay purchases, it said, yes, I baked the items in the oven and they've come out lovely. I thought, what, I'm baking them in an oven? I can't put my engine in an oven, can I? So it'll have to be done this way. Sudden sharp shock. It's a good opportunity for the back brake test. Yep, it's releasing alright, good. And I'll do a front brake one here. They go through on red then. Till I did that last year. What the hell is that meant to be? Now they see it. We have little grills on traffic lights. Stop birds nesting. Can't be that much of a problem, surely. Are they all going or what? Not sure what was going on there. Maybe they've cancelled the left turn ones out. Just have to look to your right, make sure nothing's coming. How strange, never mind. Yeah, watching one of my Rocket Centre videos from a summer open day a few years ago. Been closed 3 years now, hasn't it? Wonder how this lockdown's affecting bike businesses. Philip Yules did a video yesterday unveiling a new model, and I forgot what it was called. It looked quite good though. But yet again, it had one of those strange rear mudguards, you know, just a thing rather than a full mudguard. You know, a shorty but on a bloody stalk. I don't know what they're called. But why not just have a full mudguard? Well, I can smell wine paint. Curry's open. just open for online orders, that's all. I'm going to inquire about a dehumidifier like I got last year. Out of stock and nearest store is bloody Bury. Hello, I was looking at an item online, it says out of stock. I bought a dehumidifier last year, you know, because of the damp. And it says nearest store Bury. But I've only got my bike and it says this item cannot be delivered. Yeah. Right, alright. And it won't be delivered. Last time I got a taxi and he brought it home in a taxi for £10, so that weren't so bad. But if it's out of stock here, can you get stock from Bury and move it here or not? Oh, really? It's alright, no mad rush. I'm just, because of the weather, it's a bit damp, that's all, in my house. Yeah, I'll keep checking online because it's not that vital, is it? Worse things going on. Yeah, yeah. Right, okay then. Okay, thank you. I didn't expect the Spanish Inquisition, but helpful lad, wasn't he? Yeah, nearest store with one in Bury. It's a cheapo brand, you know, but they work. Because I've moved the one from the utility room into my bedroom because I had black spots again. Well, not me, the wallpaper, there were black spots on the wallpaper. So I painted over them. Moved the dehumidifier upstairs, so in the utility room the bloody walls are wet through and they're getting black spots on. So I thought I'd inquire, and if I am still employed, I'd see about getting a dehumidifier sometime, but I mean spring's coming in, so it's not that vital. I should have got one last bloody October when our winter started. Still, black spots can, nothing to get too concerned about. In the utility room I got some white spray paint. You can get stain stop, can't you? Just spray that on top and it neutralises it for a while, so I sod it. Still says no entry there, I don't know why. It's a room for a walk around, or a smoke around. Let's see if it's smoking. Smoking. Even if it does start flaking, I thought, well, just get the wire wool out again, rub it down, and give it another spray till it's half inch thick. So what do you think? Does it look any cooler, do you think? Like I said, I took the belly pan off. I tried to spray around it, but it's only 4 bolts. Ooh, a few little rust spots I missed with the wire wool. Picture the back end isn't all black as well. Yeah, I think that's alright. Like I said, no sign of it flaking off. My alarm still works. I was telling Black Van and Robin, he's got a blue Hornet, as has Gizagoable in Oldham. he bought a girl called Barker Gal who had one. He bought hers. He used to have a BMW Super Duper Double R 1000. And now he's got a Blue Hornet. Well, they're selling these towels for £1.60, even more reduced. They were £2 in a clearance sale at Tesco, and now they're £1.60, so I bought another 2 yesterday. Right, I'll go in, see what's going on. I'll get some food as well, just in case I'm stopped up. I've got my bag on me. I'll buy some cheap grub. Well, what can you see? They had about 6 samples of the good quality stuff, but this cheapo stuff is £8.99 for a big square piece. It said a square metre, but it looks bigger to me. Of course, I've not brought me bungees, have I? I was going to get a taxi, but I thought, no, I'm not spending bloody £6 or so for nothing. Although I might have to, I'll just sit on it and see if it's going to stay in place. I've also got 3 rolls of that Fablon for my kitchen drawers, which are looking horrible. I wonder if that'll fit under my jacket. What's a bird? I don't know. Should be able to sit on it, it flexes. So another try. Just a question of getting my leg over it. I spend money on a taxi. I put this on my credit card. If you brought a bigger bag instead of this little thing, I might put in one in, let's see if I can fit one in. Well, I think I've done it. 3 Fablons up my jacket, but there's a risk of them slipping out. Sat on one of the mats, the others in my bag. So I brought a big bag, I've got a few bags at home. It would have been a lot easier, silly sod. I could have just bought one bloody mat, although, yeah, it's alright now. My legs are holding the raining now as well, marvellous. My legs are holding the Fablon rolls. I don't want to put my feet down ideally. So lean forward, it'll be alright. Yeah, my kitchen cupboards are looking really grotty. And they're swelling up because they're on a chipboard. What's you waiting for, Albert? Christmas? So it'll look a lot better with some pine effects. Sticky back plastic on. Sticky back plastic, yeah, on Twitter they're all taking piss of Leslie Judd. Well, she on telly last night, the old Blue Peter presenter. She's an old woman, well, 72, but they're all saying, oh, you look a lot older. That's what living in south of France does, too much sunshine, because she's looking rather weather beaten, but aren't we all? That's why some people jack social media in. It's just a bunch of childish sods making silly bloody comments about how people look. Nation of bloody nitwits, aren't we? What a wacky backy smell. When I was coming out, there was a woman, middle-aged woman there with fagging, and it stunk of super strong bloody wacky backy. Everyone's on it. Steaming up again. So I'm sat on a mat. It's rubber on the back, or rubbery stuff. It's good, you know, it's sticky, so it shouldn't slip. Nearly 40 minutes. She said the store is closing in 15 minutes. Yeah, they had some luxury stuff. $21.99 for a square metre, 38mm thick. That's if you have kids. It said ideal for children to play on. Proper little football pitch, that, isn't it? So I was thinking about getting another long length for between the door. Oh, bugger. Between the back door and that little wall where my steps are, because it's all patches at the moment. That's what one of these is for, to cover two small patches up. But I said to the lad, a very polite lad who's helping me, I said, oh, I'll just get 2 little squares for now, and I'll come back and sort something out in the summer when all this is over with. That kid unsupervised, are you going to cross that road? If I were my little lad, I'd be concerned. I used to have reins when I was little, like little leather straps put around your chest. First ride out for 6, nearly 7 weeks, and still, like I said to my mum, it's payday Friday, see how much I get. You know, not being stopped by the police. I think they'd be stopping people random. You know, what are you doing? I'm watching someone's video on Facebook. You're actually a Welsh councillor, and 2 coppers knocked on his door when he just put his little baby to bed. 8:30, bang, 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 bang. You've been seen leafleting. Well, yeah, there's an election, local election. Well, you shouldn't be leafleting. It's, well, we get leaflets for bloody pizzas through the door, and even something official through the door. So what's the problem with me leafleting my constituents? And you're arguing on the step for 10 minutes. How it ended, I don't know, but he had a point, didn't he? I've had loads of bloody junk mail, so there's still leaflets in for pizza places, so are the police clamping down unfairly on people for next to nothing just to get them fined? I think they wanted to fine him, 200 quid. I'll leave the visor open, steaming up, plus it's full of water. Bloody Nora. Not lost a Fablon tube, I hope. They weren't cheap, $5.99, although the reason I got them, the full width, I got some from the pound shop a couple of years ago, then they stopped getting them in. And they're too narrow to do the entire drawer, without a joint. I might do the cupboard unit as well, it's for the kitchen sink, that's the worst one. I can't afford a new kitchen yet. Well, back home safely. I might glue a piece of this on my seats permanently. Buy a little square of that good quality one, 38mm thick. It'd be good if you had a green back, wouldn't it? It's about 4 times thicker than this cheap stuff. Gracias. So there we are, not flaked off. It's still running. Yes, amazingly. Battery needed charging up. Feathers, I've probably killed a bird overnight. Right, in here. I've wired the cat flap open so it doesn't rub his stitches. See what I mean? Puffing and panting like a bloody pensioner. Let's see how big this is. I'll measure it with my tape measure in a minute. Yeah, it keeps coming in our yard, whittling. Little dirty bastards. There's a meter. See what I mean? A 4 metre one would have done this in one piece, and the last metre would have gone on me under my bin. of the other piece yet. Yeah, baby. Faffing about. Actually, I'm not really gasping, it's my Darth Vader impersonation. Luke, Luke, I am your father, Luke. Oh, I didn't know where. Just trod on one. Marvellous. Dropped it, trod on it. Got it home on a motorbike safely, but trod on it when I got home. You know what I mean? That width will cover them cupboards if there's enough. And then crappy door front, so all that pine will look better, won't it? That old sliding cupboard's not too bad, it's just overstuffed. And then think about getting some for these, but $5.99 a roll, how long is it? Something foreign, made in Germany. 2 meters, oh well. Yeah. We shall see. Well, there we are, paint test, not bubbled off yet. We're only 3 miles down the road and back. Yeah, put the kettle on. That's all for now. Getting my mat dirty again after just washing it. Yeah, Blackie. Unusual little laddies. Ginger. Nice that now, doesn't it? I folded, it turned out it was 82 centimetres square, so I folded it over. I'm going to cut it into strips, so there's a little bit there for the cats to walk on, but doesn't matter, does it? So there we are, another little job done. As far as that rotten base goes, I remembered in the back bedroom, my old single bed used to be stood on 4 wooden blocks like that. That's what I use for drilling. Brackets and stuff, my drilling block. Found it under the sink. So I ripped that off, wedge them under with my rubber mallets. Try and, no, that's rotten as well, that's the base. Probably. Well, with a bit of a struggle I could lift that chimney out when it weighs a bloody ton. And then, like I said, put it the bare wood way, one there at the bottom, one there, here, and then use that shelf in my bike shelter. Put 3 pieces, whack them in with a rubber mallet. And there might be a little bit of structural integrity remaining in that rotten wood, just to put a couple of screws through. It'll hold it for another year or two, won't it? It might even outlast me. I got this from Argos when I first moved in, the first summer, 2007. It's lasted quite well for crappy, cheap, thin wood. No dead birds anywhere, is there? Little Bobby switch from mice to birds. When it gets a bit drier, I'll clean all this up. I'll get my hoover on it. In fact, when I make a brew and sit there, I've just discovered you can do a 14-minute 20-degree cycle, and that got that clean. It doesn't make the back disintegrate on 20 degrees. So it's easy to clean. I don't know why it gets so dirty. Really, I should wipe my feet, shouldn't I? That's what it's for. Twerp. And all them dead leaves, well, that's what's made it dirty before. That's them towels, £1.60. £1.60, so if Gizzard Global wants one for his Blue Hornet and White Van Man, you can have them. Although if there's a Tesco near you, see if it says Sailor Blue. Ooh, Sailor Blue. Sailor Blue hand towels, clearance price, £1.60. So, either go to your local Tesco. If you want one and you can't find one, you can have one of mine. Right, bye for now.